2, 1.
Welcome to Antimatters. Hello everyone. Pheidole Yeensis are showing off today. So these girls have been flourishing in the large Saturn. They really are a dream come true, these ants. Long before the Saturn was released, I got a little glimpse of Sid's over at Wakushi's own Pheidole Yeensis colony doing well inside of a prototype Saturn. At that moment I was sold and knew they'd get a Saturn one day. Now they've been inside for quite a few months. I 100% believe that it was a good choice picking this nest. It seems to be a good match for the little Pheidole Yeensis. It comes as a big relief really, because at one point they totally didn't agree with an S2 module that I gave them. They nearly had a big die-off and there was 0 brood to replace any fatalities. As you can see though, it's all come right. I recently added a new tube because they've grown a bit more as well. They're slowly filling it all out. I cannot stress how great these Pheidoles are. I've never had one escape. They're quite big and have majors that are also stunning. Finally, nothing goes after dinner harder than the Yeensis in all of my collection of ants. It may be due to their diet, which has been successfully-ish controlling the population. They're still growing, but slowly. I let the diet slip recently and have been feeding them many times a week as well. They still engulf everything that enters. They're so fast though. With no fear, they head straight to their dinner and begin tucking in. Before long, crickets are heading back to the nest in a muddle of legs. It's good to see their teamwork is improving though. Food heads the right way now. I'd got so used to their uncoordinated pull-in matches. One ant would move it one way, only for another ant to pull it back. 100% not the smartest ants in the world. Let's take a look in the tubes then. I've got a little surprise. Like the previous videos, we have brood piled on brood, mountains of babies. These tubes spend most of the day blacked out with ants. I don't really get a view inside of the tubes anymore, unless they're half empty. On the surface, the mats of workers are very chilled and not up to any funny business. I looked a bit deeper though, and I couldn't see anything. I assumed their recent shenanigans began inside the core of this mass of workers. Turns out the little girls had been bringing up a fair amount of royals. The majors are similar in size to the queens in Yeensis, so I never noticed any out of the ordinary brood. No sign of anything with wings either. I had no idea at all. That's not to say there wasn't huge clues I'd missed over the past few weeks. Must have been 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was invading the girls' privacy and checking up on them. All of a sudden, oh, the queen's out. About this time, the diet went sideways because I was worried the queen was starving, hence out of the nest. Weeks pass and I repeatedly see the queen out and about. I know a lot of people would worry at this point, but they were now getting everything they needed, plus extra protein, so should be spot on. I left them to it. So a few days back I look in, and the queen's out again, wandering around the outworld. I glimpse over at the entrance. Hey up, the queen's heading in. She must be stupidly fast to get from one side of the Saturn to the entrance of the Saturn in the time it takes me to look. Another spot-on analysis. The queen is starving to death and capable of quantum tunneling around the nest. All I ever wanted was a Nobel Prize in physics, and that dream was coming true too. I had another look as the old mind drifted. All of a sudden, there was 2 queens. There was only a few possibilities. They've just started producing elates, and for some reason, the queens drop their wings really fast. Maybe they've inbred. Possible, but unlikely. And I don't get a Nobel Prize, plus loads of money. I'm not a fan of this possibility. So the extra-dimensional queens behave like workers. It's quite interesting. Unlike some queens that play major if unfertilized, these queens are mentally minor workers. They explore a lot and actually hunt for food rather than waiting for the call from nest mates to come out of the nest and help. I am half convinced they're infertile though. It would be nice to get more queens, however. They are polygamous. I'm going to have to be patient in this department and see how it turns out. Don't worry, I'll let you all know if suddenly 10 queens start laying as well. That would make my day. That about wraps up what the Yeensis have been up to recently though. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a fabulous week. I'll see you next time, and bye!